finishing up. They're running a couple minutes behind schedule. There was a Minnetonka girls high school game on this rink a little bit earlier today, and that apparently took way longer than they had scheduled. So we are on a little bit of ice delay. But we're not playing that team though. What is it? Minnetonka Blue. Let's get that figured out. Style teams, blue, BLUE. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shakopee streaming. Shakopee PWC coming to you live from Pagel Activity Center. There they are. All right, refs are on the ice. Zamboni doors just waiting to be closed, and then boys will take the ice for warm-ups. It looks like we'll be starting about 5 minutes late or so from our normal ice time to get this thing rolling. All right, there comes the boys out on the ice wearing black today as the away team. Here comes Tonka wearing white. All right, getting some last minute programming done and we'll be underway. 3 minutes left on the warm-up clock for your Sabres as they take on Minnetonka Blue in a district game. This Minnetonka Blue team, I believe, is 3-0 so far in their district play. So our Sabres are going to have a tough go of it. Along with that, we are down a man. Brody Johnson, the man in black with black pads, is out of commission today as he is out wearing orange, hoping to get himself Bambi to bring home. So we have Lincoln Anderson in net for the entire game today in the absence of Mr. Johnson. There we go, setting up the tripod a little bit. We're watching warm-ups happen here. All of the coaches out on the bench, helmed by Mr. Erdahl, Ash, Lewis, and Gisaki. I was trying to say that right. Trying to say it right. All right, let's take a look over here at Minnetonka. Looks like they only have one goaltender today as well. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 skaters. So they have 2 full lines plus a couple of spares. Guessing they'll run 3 sets of wings for this game. It's dinner time, so if you want some pizza, order right now from Little Caesars Chaska. You can get it delivered or carry out hot and ready and have it before the end of the game. Pizza. 34 seconds left in warm-ups, and then they'll clear pucks and get this game underway just a couple of moments late. All right, seconds are counting down. There's the buzzer if you can't hear it at home. And so we're getting puck cleanup, and we'll get the puck dropped for game time here. 3 13-minute periods here in district play as your Shakopee Sabres take on Minnetonka Blue in district matchup here at Pagel Ice Arena number 1. All right, your Sabres are going to their corner, pounding their sticks and getting ready to get some emotion and a big team cheer. There we go. We're ready. That's once again Lincoln Anderson in net for the whole game in the absence of Brody Johnson. Looks like we have the line of Giesecke, Bielke, and is that Culver up there? So those 3 starting up front with Violet and Kuiper back at D. Just waiting on Minnetonka. Here they come. And we're underway just a few moments late. Minnetonka in offsides, and there's the whistle. Just 6 seconds, whistled offsides by Minnetonka. All right, one back towards Violet. Violet swings it to the boards. Tried to pick up by Culver, but Minnetonka pushes it deep. Spun out and kind of through the paint, and now out of the zone. Minnetonka forced to retreat as Bielke offers some pressure, but Minnetonka swings it around, carries it in. He gets the puck poked off by Kuiper, sent out towards the line, but kept by Minnetonka. Minnetonka tries to walk in. There's Giesecke looking around to see if there's an arm up. He tripped up that Minnetonka player. No arm, and play continues. Shot in on net, gloved by Anderson, and a whistle at 12:13 remaining in this opening period. All right, looks like we got Erdahl centering Bravo and Lewis. Lenkeek and Flom back at D. Here's Lewis picking it up. He is skating out wide. He had Bravo, but Lewis kept going wide as Bravo went in, and so we have an offsides on Shakopee. 12:04 remaining, first period. All right, Erdahl once again at the dot. Wins it right back to Lenkeek. Lenkeek throws it in, not deep enough as Minnetonka quickly clears. Now they send it down the ice. Fresh ice, it's going to die before icing happens. Bravo covering the Minnetonka player. He picks it up. He's got support by Lenkeek to his right. Lenkeek has one chasing. He's able to carry it out. He centers over ahead of Erdahl. Can't quite connect. And now Erdahl just dumps it back down deep. Lewis is in deep. Lewis able to hold his own along the near boards. Tries to shove it back towards the defensive Flom. Flom slows it up. Can't quite hold the blue line. And Minnetonka does get it out. Lewis picks it up just on the other side of the red line. And Bravo marches in. Bravo throws one in on net. Bounces down, and the goaltender sits down to cover it up. All right, here's Oliver Johnson. Throws one in on out, loose, and no for your Sabres. Wasn't ready to say that. Johnson threw it right at the net. Chesbo cleaned it up. Shakopee up 1-0. Time of the goal, 11-11 in the first period. Goal by Chesbo from Johnson. Here's Esch tapping it forward, down deep into the Minnetonka zone. Quickly cleared out by Minnetonka. Violet gets bodied off the puck, but gets it out of the zone. Minnetonka has to regroup. They're good at the line, but now slowed up by Violet, at least for the moment. Minnetonka throws one into the glove of Anderson and holds on for a whistle and stoppage of play. 10:47, first period. See if we can adjust this just a little bit so it doesn't keep tipping down. There we go. D-to-D pass by Minnetonka. Handled it around, and they quickly answer from the point. Threw one up over the blocker of Anderson, and that's a tying goal. 10:44. Minnetonka with a relatively quick answer to Chesbo's goal. Giesecke at the dot. Tries to win it forward, gets caught up in the skates. And now over wide. Culver gets it in his skates and holds it in the zone. No support from other black sweaters. Now Culver once again. Great play. Gets it down deep into the zone. Culver looking to center. He's got Giesecke right there who's tied up. Culver and Giesecke loose. And there's Bielke. Oh, somehow Minnetonka's goaltender was able to get across. Quick shot by Minnetonka, and Anderson gets down on his pads, makes that save. Out to the point, sent in, deflected out front, bouncer, bounces wide. And now Flom plays it over to the far boards where it's picked up by Culver. Culver has to march around one Minnetonka player, avoids a check. That was offsides, and there's the whistle. 9:41 remains, first period. 1-1 tie game. All right, play a drop, take continued, sorry, slow camera action. There's Erdahl, has it, and now Kuiper sends it D-to-D. Kuiper over to Violet, Violet sends it down deep. Lewis tapped it just a little bit wide, and Bravo picks it up behind the goal. There's Erdahl right out front. Lewis, goal for your Sabres! That's Lewis from Erdahl, 9:15, first period. All right, Bravo tied up the Minnetonka player, and now reaching in was Kuiper, slowed up the entry, and Bravo gets it up and out of the zone. Minnetonka player tries to send it D-to-D. Lewis steals it away. Lewis had to spin, shot just wide of the goal. Came out off the wall. There's Lewis once again. And back to Violet. Violet heads it up to Lewis. Lewis gets it around one Minnetonka player, but right into the stick of another. And Minnetonka quickly clears back out. Violet found a little bit of room. And now Lewis in, surrounded by white sweaters everywhere. Oh, Violet's stick just missed that as the rest of Shakopee was going for a change. Here is Oliver Johnson picking it up. He's got a little bit of ice if he can step around one. And fortunately, they got the stick on there. And now there's Esch getting right out, and there's a trip up by Chesbo by Minnetonka's goaltender. If Johnson can settle the puck down, which he can't, and now Minnetonka starts to carry it out. Flom slows it up, hits it as Minnetonka's well off sides, and Chesbo tries to throw it towards the net. I'm not following there. There we go. And now Minnetonka trying to regroup as they are discombobulated. Flom, great stick in, slows up the entry for Minnetonka. Chesbo gets in there, and now Lenke, great clearing out of the slot, and puck comes up and out of the zone, and batted ahead by Chesbo. Johnson looks like maybe he's towards the end of his shift, and so running out of gas as Minnetonka comes the other direction. Steps around one, steps around another. Oh, an open pass and missed a good opportunity. So Sabres live to see another day. Right in on net. Somehow that deflects. I don't even know off of who or what. Minnetonka once again answers to tie up the game 2-2. Time of that goal, 7:19 in the first period. My tripod is not leveling. There we go. Giesecke there with Bielke and comes into the zone, not very cleanly. There, Minnetonka along the near boards, tries to move it around to find some room. There's Giesecke, gets it over to Culver. Culver settles the puck down and now starts marching in on that far side. Culver throws one right towards the net, up high, off the outside of the glove for Minnetonka. And now Bielke picks it up. Oh, he looked to go back to Kuiper, who had a walk-in moment there. Instead, Minnetonka able to clear the zone and get it over. Not past the red line before Violet sends it back the other direction. Giesecke in deep, Culver as well, so we got to hold on to the puck. Culver smartly holds onto it for a moment until Giesecke is able to tag up, but Minnetonka takes it the other direction. We have Kuiper back. Kuiper slowed up the entry, and Anderson used his big leg pad to just push it to the side. Centering attempt misses all the Minnetonka sweaters. There was Bielke trying to clear the zone, but Minnetonka threw it back in and made Anderson make another save. It seems like this Minnetonka team likes to go from shots out at the point and just hope some garbage goes in somehow with deflections. There's Culver, chips it up and goes for a change. All right, fresh on the ice. That is Erdahl. It looks like Sabres got all 5 changed in that scenario. Anderson makes the save, and now that's Bravo picking it up. Bravo has Flom to his left and Lewis to his right. Oh, Bravo tried to send it over to Flom. It deflected right in on the net. Goaltender made a big swinging stick save, and puck does not leave the zone. Bravo didn't miss much of that top corner. Erdahl playing deep, trying to regain possession, and that goes into the feet of a Sabre player there. I think that's Lewis. And now Minnetonka ices the puck. Time of that whistle, 4:53 in the first period. One by Johnson over to Violet. Violet swings it to Kuiper. Kuiper sends one in. Not a lot of power on there, but it was right in the neighborhood of Chesbo, who had a chance to deflect it. Right out to Esch. Esch had a good chance, but quickly the Minnetonka defense collapsed on him. There was deflected by Minnetonka right in on the goal. Lucky save there, and now up and around Violet, but Kuiper's back and able to swing it the other way. He finds Johnson right on this side of the red line, but Minnetonka marches back in. Deflects up off Violet. Violet swings it to, that is Kuiper. Kuiper tries to go around the boards, and that puck does go around the boards. Icing waved off as it was tipped. It's not even going to make it there. Chesbo was in early trying to quickly get a shot off. Kuiper hung up a little bit with a small hook, able to send it down deep into the Minnetonka zone. All right, back to Violet. Violet swings and misses and comes right in on net, and Anderson smartly gets his glove down and covers up. 3:41 on a small little miscue there. There's Giesecke at the dot. Puck kind of slows up. Lenkeek forces the outside. He gets his skates in the passing lane and now wraps it around to the near boards. Out to the D once again, and there's a great play by Lenkeek. Slapped that away, tried to feed Bielke. He did for a second, and now Minnetonka throws it in offsides. 3:20 will have a face-off in neutral ice. There's Giesecke, Bielke, and Culver, the front three. That was Giesecke getting on that, and Culver's marching in all by himself. He's got a couple of white sweaters. He throws one towards the net just a little bit wide. Bielke plays that off the near boards, bounces up out of the boards. Flom picks that up. He's skating the blue line and gets run into by a white sweater. And a little bit of shoving action as Minnetonka now walks in. Anderson with a big save. 2:49, tie game 2-2 here at Pagel, Rink 1. All right, back behind the goal and swung out towards the near boards, right onto the D. Again, those big D for Minnetonka like to try to throw it in and get some sort of deflection. Puck gets cleared out and down the length of the ice, and hard racing in there's Erdahl, who slows up the exit for Minnetonka. All right, held there, and now Lewis pressured Minnetonka, so they're just forced to stick it out. And loose out front, and Kuiper gets the save of the game so far. Dove down with his stick. Puck was sitting right in the paint and cleared that out of danger for the help of Anderson. Here we go. Erdahl finally is able to clear it, find some room. He's got Lewis to his right. He's swinging wide, and there they stay on sides. Erdahl finds some room, leaves it for Lewis. Lewis, gets the stick tied up. Otherwise, he was going to put a banger in there. From the point, that's Violet. It's loose right out front. It seems like Minnetonka's goaltender leaves a little fruit dangling right there in front of the paint. So we need to just keep someone down close to that crease. Minnetonka puts the brakes on at the line and now walks in. Kuiper able to force the shot, and it goes up and off of Anderson's glove. There's two black sweaters right in front, and a smart play by Violet. Finds some open boards and does some billiards to avoid the icing but clear the puck. Sabres get a nice change, and now Minnetonka able to turn it over and start marching the other way. We got Lenkeek and Flom back at D. Flom bats it away. Almost put it in his own goal as he was looking to play it behind the goal line. Yikes. 36 seconds left in this period. There, Flom able to bat that ahead and clear that crease for Anderson. Up but not out, and that puck comes in and covered with 23 seconds left in the period, 23.2 seconds. Little interesting scenario there. Sabres got a little luck, and we'll get a quick change for the last couple seconds here. That's Giesecke at the dot. And Minnetonka, big D, again, throws it in, and their forwards clean it up. 15.5 seconds. Minnetonka, their first lead of the game. Once again, off the assist of one of their big defense shots. They clean up the trash and go ahead 3-2. One ahead and controlled now by Minnetonka. Flom reverses it the other way. Culver quickly gets back, and Giesecke leaves it over to Bielke right out front, and they'll send it the length of the ice as time expires in this opening frame. So after one, Minnetonka with a late go-ahead goal leads Shakopee 3-2. We'll be back in 1 minute for second period action here from Pagel Ice Arena.
One hot and ready classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza.
All right, we are back. Second period action. About to get underway in 15 seconds. Coach Erdahl, I'm sure, is talking up the patience that we've looked probably the better team. Minnetonka's been very successful from the blue line, so we need to control those shots that come out. Minnetonka's got a cheering section down here. Must be, I'm guessing, another one of their Pee Wee teams cheering on their buddies. Sabres going from left to right on your radio dial this period. And we're going with the line of Giesecke, Culver, and Lewis once again. Here's Violet picking it up and sends it along the near boards. Quickly reversed the other way by Minnetonka. Giesecke gets a stick on there. Culver's offering support right here along the near boards. Giesecke forces it down deep, but Minnetonka still has their blade on the puck, so it's in their zone, but they're controlling it. Shot in, loose out front, still loose. There's a whistle. 12:34. Shakopee had a glimpse of hope there as Minnetonka threw one in on their own net to the surprise of their tender. He's looking at that going, what in the heck happened there? Erdahl at the dot. He's got Lewis and Bravo, the front three, with Violet and Kuiper still back at D. Erdahl tried to win it over to Lewis. Lewis got the puck poked off his stick and now hops up and out of the zone, so Violet forced to retreat. He sends it to Lewis. Sabres good at the line. He walks in off the boards. Lewis shot up high and an easy glove save as the goaltender was following that launch right up towards the top shelf. All right, Erdahl at the dot. Tried to control it, but ran into a skipper. And now behind the net, Erdahl all over that forward and tapped ahead. And, oh, great play by Bravo. Bravo has room, time, shot, up off the glove and into the netting for a whistle. 12 minutes left, second period. For those of you watching at home, there are some siblings on the Legally Blonde the Musical happening at Shakopee High School next week, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So go support some sibling hockey family as they do the musical Legally Blonde. Cleared by, or picked up and saved by Anderson. Flom clears it out away. Out to the point once again. Now deflected. That's off a leg of Chesbo. Minnetonka sends it to the other side, and Esch quickly over there. Anderson picks up the bouncing puck as Minnetonka came in to take a swipe at Anderson's glove. Flom took objection to that, protecting his goaltender, and we'll have a face-off in the defensive zone for your Sabres. Bielke loses his footing, getting tangled up with Minnetonka. There again from the point, Anderson makes the save, and again, Minnetonka is physical on top of our goaltender. We don't have the support of Brody Anderson, so we need Lincoln Anderson safe throughout this game. and his defense is making sure he stays safe. Giesecke gets spun around and tied up. And Minnetonka almost able to keep the zone. There they get it out. Culver picks it up along the near boards. Culver has the support of Giesecke. Culver tries to throw it towards the net, hit off the defense, and Bielke has it. Tries to just go it out and to the center. We had both of our D uncovered, and they walk in and get tangled up. I can't see the ice now. Sorry, thank you. All right, icing on Shakopee, so it's going to stay down deep in the skipper the offensive zone. 10:47 remains, second period. All right, Lewis along the near boards has Erdahl. Erdahl picks it up. He's marching ahead, tries to skip it around. He does. He has a little bit of open ice, but the skippers collapse on him. Big stick play by the goaltender once again. Lewis backhands it towards the net, just out of the reach of Erdahl. Erdahl uses a good body protection to get that puck down deep, but the skippers regain control behind their net. Thrown in well above the heads of everybody and wrapped around the boards. Out of the zone now. I can follow that. Lewis has it, gets run into. Body checking. No, all right. Okay, they're going to let kids play. This game could get interesting later in the game if they allow those plays to happen. Lewis gets it down deep. Bravo looking to pick the puck up. Tries to get it in front of the net. Gets cleared out by Minnetonka, and now they ice it the length of 200 feet. Time of that icing, 9:39. So pressure down in the offensive zone for Minnetonka, and they needed a change, so they sent it. Johnson, Esch, and Chesbo up front for your Sabres. Esch just had it poked off his stick. Now Lenkeek tried to pick it up and pull it. Minnetonka back. Flom able to slow up that entry. And now in deep and gets around. Anderson made the move, and Minnetonka made one additional. 2-goal lead for Minnetonka, 9:24 time of that goal. All right, picked up by Chesbo. Chesbo trying to march in and make some momentum go back Shakopee's way. Strange play in front of the Minnetonka goal. The Minnetonka goaltender took a swing at it like a bat. That was Johnson, I think, going for the Michigan. He was trying to get that up on his blade. All right, Esch throws it back down deep, just wide of the net. Chesbo marching over to the far side to pick that up and get back into the play. Out to the point, Flom can't hold the line, and it comes out. Lenkeek back to play that. Lenkeek sends it rink wide, backhanded by Minnetonka, and they march in. And now we almost have a breakaway. Flom gets in there. No call. I thought we might see a trip penalty there. And now your Sabres coming the other way. Johnson finds Chesbo. Chesbo on the far side. Gets one right into the feet of the Minnetonka player. Johnson picks it up. Johnson tried to tee it up for Esch right up front. Offsides as the puck came out of the blue line and back in. 8:07 time of that whistle. Minnetonka walking in, goes wide. We got one sitting on the back door, and now backhanded effort by Minnetonka, pushed aside. So far, penalty-free for both teams. There is Giesecke sending it down. Dirty ice, so it slows up. Out to Violet. Violet sends one in. Oh, almost a one-timer by Bielke. Bielke spins, turns, sends it a little bit wide. Culver coming behind the net, steals it away from the Tonka player. And now he's kept away from the puck. And there is Giesecke stepping up, but Minnetonka marches out. Good stick by Violet. Slows up the progress for the Skippers. And a pass over to the right winger does not connect as Kuiper goes in there. He slows up because that winger's quite large. Violet sends one to Bielke. Bielke tried to return the favor back. And a bouncer puck right at the blue line. Swung and missed by Minnetonka on the clearing attempt. And now pushed back in by Culver. And a quick whistle for offside. 6:47 in the second period remain. Erdahl finds that. Oh, just gets it tapped off. Lewis back, tags up. Erdahl right at the red line. Hook! And your Sabres going on the power play. Hooking the first call of the game as Minnetonka goes a man down. Time of that penalty, 6:36 in the second period. So let's see if the Sabres can capitalize on the man advantage. Erdahl sends it over to Lewis. Lewis tries to settle down. He sends it towards the net. Picked up by the defense of Minnetonka. Now Erdahl has Bravo sitting right out front. Again, a weird stick play by the goaltender. You don't normally see the goaltender swinging at a puck mid-air with their stick. Bravo tries to get it to Erdahl, and now defense is marching back as they come in. We got Lenkeek forcing the puck off, and Erdahl picks that up. Gets it up, headman pass to Flom. Flom hits the red line, and he's got Bravo to his left. Flom launches one in, pad save by the defense, and now he's in the corner battling for the puck. He's got support by Bravo. Physical play happening here. I don't even know. There's no penalty clock to even know how much time is remaining. There's a one out front again. Bravo sitting there looking to get it on his stick. Oh, just couldn't be held at the blue line. Lenkeek slows it down. He throws it in, but not before the offsides whistle is called. The scoreboard here at Minnetonka Pagel is not working. That shows the penalties, so we are blind as how much time remains there. We only have a master clock. Johnson tied up. Chesbo tried to offer support, but Minnetonka sends it out the other way. And now up, and Esch walks in with it, tangles with the skipper, and they come the other way. Cross crease pass over towards an open man. Thankfully did not connect for the Skippers. He sends one in. Johnson makes a big save. Leg pads down on the ice. And now picked up by Violet. He's coming the other way. Skippers are back at full strength. So the Sabres not able to capitalize on the man advantage. Kuiper stands up a Skipper and able to hold his own, albeit only for moments. Probably the most physical game we've seen, I think, so far in district play. Both teams a little feisty out there. Stripped of the puck by Johnson. Johnson tried to get Esch, but instead hit the back legs, and now Esch sends it down. Icing is waved off. 4:10 remains second period. Sabres making a dangerous play 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they might have had too many men. No call, thankfully. Refs did a nice thing there as they were changing right as the puck got thrown in there. Again, very physical play, loose right out front. That hit the inside skate of the goaltender, but no luck for the Sabres in getting that one to the back of the net. Swung around, Anderson down and makes a big save as the skippers go for a big change. We had Erdahl floating out high. The pass up to him just didn't connect. Flom gets a stick in there and slows up the entry. Back on his feet, he now sends one in and high, and Anderson follows it the whole way, holds on for a whistle. 3:13 left in the second period. Once again, Legally Blonde, the musical, coming to Shakopee High School theater program. Got a couple of siblings who have siblings performing in Legally Blonde, the musical at Shakopee High School next week. Big save by Anderson, and now cleared over to Lewis. Lewis tried to center to Erdahl, just out of his reach. Flom bats it up and ahead. Erdahl is there to offer support as well. Kept to the outside by the combo of Bravo and Flom, and now carried up. Erdahl has some room, outskates the puck as it's stripped from his stick blade. In on net, and Minnetonka controls it. Anderson was looking to reach for it. He spun around and was able to swing it to the far side and get one to the back of the net. That puts Minnetonka up by 3, 5-0 lead, as Minnetonka's been digging from behind and has now expanded their lead to a 3-goal lead. Out to the point, to the blue line, shot in to bouncer. Oh, just narrowly misses. Now Minnetonka looks to wrap around. Anderson dove to the other side, gets a cover, and a very late whistle. Anderson with a huge quality save. Oh, maybe there was no whistle because he didn't have control of it? Puck came squirting out the other side. Danger Zone might be an appropriate song to play right now with that circumstance. Johnson wins it over towards Chesbo. Now he bats it up and over the defender, and he's marching down the length of the ice. Although Minnetonka takes that away, and they turn it the other way. Kuiper makes a move, and Minnetonka holds on, marching in, gets towards the center of the slot. Bouncer, and that was just a dirty goal. Strange bounces in front of Anderson. Nothing the goaltender could do but watch a hard rubber puck bounce awkwardly into the back of the net. 1:56 time of that goal. 6-2 Minnetonka now leads your Sabres. Violet plays it up towards Culver. Culver battling skipper, has the support of Giesecke, and now that's Violet getting it up to Culver again. Right, dancing at the blue line, and the whistle blown for offsides. Held by Violet. Minnetonka quickly gets it back the other way. Kuiper steps up, keeps the puck on the outside, and there's Giesecke wrapping it around. Spin, and just a shot towards the net, narrowly misses, going wide. There is Culver picking it up, trying to get it up to a headman pass to get it out of the zone, but instead reversed the other way. Kuiper tripped up, no arm. Thought we were going to see our second power play of the game, but Kuiper must not have been able to sell that well enough. There's a good body, a lot of body contact. Giesecke gets leveled along the boards, but the puck does come up and out of the zone. 40 seconds remain in this second frame. And again, puck goes right in front of where the Sabres were changing. So Anderson loses a stick as he was making a play. He didn't make a throwing motion, so that I think is all right. Here is Erdahl now skating in. Erdahl finds some room. If he can get it on, he's on his backhand, throws it out, and it's just dangling in the paint. Minnetonka able to clear it out. Bravo sends one in towards the net and in the glove of the Tonka player. 6.7 seconds left in the middle frame. So we'll have Erdahl, Lewis, and Bravo up front with 6 seconds to try to take one goal off the lead for Minnetonka. Out to, well, that was Chesbo back at D. Chesbo backhanded it back down deep, and the buzzer went. So after 2, the Skippers lead the Sabres 6-2. We'll be back for third period action. 13 minutes left in this game when we return.
Little Caesars changed the Hot and Ready Classic and added 33% more pepperoni, which makes it 133% better pizza than before. I don't know, math is hard. It's really good. Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza. All right. "25 seconds for Coach Erdahl to talk some confidence into the team and see if we can right the ship." Sabres started out with an early 1-0 lead. Skippers came back quickly and answered 1-1. Sabres took a 2-1 lead, and then it's been kind of all Skippers the rest of the game to get us to a 6-2 Skippers lead. So hopefully we can tilt the ice back in our favor in this third period, as we have 13 minutes left on the clock. It looks like about exactly 13 minutes left of ice time for our game that started a little bit late. So Sabres got to get to work and got to get to work fast. Looks like we're changing up the lines a little bit. As Chesbo back at D, Flom on left wing. Lenkeek still back at D as well. Here's Johnson picking it up, carrying it in. He sends it around to the boards. He's got Flom at the center. Johnson marches in, sends one just wide and off the side of the net. Out to Chesbo. Chesbo not able to hold the line. He loses his footing too. And Minnetonka marches around. Lenkeek gets in the way and slows that up. But Minnetonka sends one up and in. And Anderson had his pad down, but not hard enough. And the shot was hard enough to scooch underneath his pad and get behind. So Minnetonka adds to their lead 7-2. Time of the goal, 12:33 in the third period. Giesecke centering the line of Culver and Bielke. Culver's looked good all game. Let's see if he can get rewarded with something on the scoreboard. Culver tries to send it towards Giesecke. He's trying to settle in the puck down now in the far corner. Culver sends it towards the net. It is underneath the goaltender somewhere. He doesn't know. He's just holding on for dear life until the whistle is blown. Giesecke, I think, maybe stepped on the puck after it was dropped, loses his footing, and now regains control of that. Tried to kick it up, it ran right into his skipper. Head first. Skippers go the other way. Chesbo reverses the direction, and Chesbo gets dumped behind the play. These refs are letting lots of physicality happen. There's Bielke sending one up and out. No, it didn't get on a friendly stick. Instead, Minnetonka clears it. Lenkeek there to play the puck, can't hold the zone, and stolen away now by the Skippers with just Chesbo back. Chesbo gets a great stick on it and thwarts the shot, and picks it to Bielke. Not out hard enough, though, and they send one in wide of the net. Settling down the puck is Giesecke behind the goal. And puck comes up towards Chesbo. Culver taps it, slows it down, and Minnetonka able to hold the zone. And now playing it right at the blue line. Sabres keep throwing it to the blue line, and Tonka is able to hold it. All right, now picked up. Here Culver has some running room. And again, Minnetonka is just all over holding the offensive zone. Now picked up by Chesbo, up to Bielke. Sabres able to clear. They're getting a quick change of a couple of players at least. Lewis fresh on the ice attacks the puck carrier. But we have a forward sitting right out front, and Chesbo sacrifices his body to block that shot. Lewis tried to pick it up, lost the puck. There it gets pinched now along the boards. And centering picked up and cleaned by Bravo, who looked to get it over to Chesbo. But Minnetonka can't even follow the puck anymore. Gets it now. Erdahl up and out of the zone. Minnetonka already back on sides. Physicality continues on both directions here. In the far corner, there's a pileup. Call the tow truck. We need to pick some people up. All right. That is Violet trying to get it up to Erdahl. Erdahl hits it, and Lewis loses it, picks it up. He slowed up his entry just a little bit. Otherwise, he might have had himself a break. And now up, well out of the reach and sent down. Violet first there. He reverses the direction of the puck. Has time to make a play. Gets it to Erdahl. Erdahl tried to pull it around, but held up by Minnetonka. Now Violet gets it out of the zone. 9:17 now as Minnetonka pulls it in off sides. So we'll have a face-off, neutral ice. Sabres down by 5, but hanging on. Johnson wins it over towards Flom. Controlled now by Minnetonka. Flom battling, throws it down deep, and he's going to work. There's Johnson tangling with the skipper, trying to pull it out, centering right out to Lenkeek. Lenkeek's got all the time in the world. Big slapper in, hits somebody. There's Esch, big shot, and covered by the goaltender. And Minnetonka now steps up and knocks Flom to his butt. Again, refs not calling any of this physical play either way. Minnetonka carries and controls out. Flom taps it up and out of the zone, forcing Minnetonka to tag up. And now they lose it in the skates. Johnson, just can't reach for it. Okay. Big shot up and over Anderson's head. 8:29 time of that goal. 5-goal lead is bad, but I think that's a defeating thing very late in this game. We're a 6-goal lead, so we're into running time, I believe. But we're going to run out of ice anyways, so running time doesn't really matter. All right, Culver gets that, takes a swing, kind of misses that. Lenkeek steps up to try to hold his own, so we only have Chesbo back now, one-on-one. And the Minnetonka player loses the puck. Culver picks it up. He's got Bielke to his left. And Giesecke tries to step in to regain control. Lenkeek, and there's knee-to-knee play. Ouch. Culver sends one in towards the net, and now a cover by the Minnetonka goaltender. Minnetonka goaltender has been pretty strong in net, except for the strange stick play all game long. All right, out to the point. Violet throws one in just wide. deflected by Minnetonka, but behind the net. Erdahl tries to get it out, tried to feed Kuiper, hit off the skate of a skipper, and so deflects out of the zone. Erdahl tried to connect with Lewis, came off the board strange, and Minnetonka throws it the other way. Hit traffic out front, and Bravo able to clear the zone. Pass up by Erdahl to Lewis. Lewis steps around. Lewis gets tripped up and disturbed enough where he can't get a quality shot off. Here's Bravo behind the net. Oh, hit off the goaltender. Tried to feed Kuiper. Puck up, and that should be a hand pass. No? All right. Now 2-on-0 for the Skippers. And Anderson covered the net the whole way, leaving not even a glimpse of sunlight. Anderson screened out front, and Minnetonka takes advantage and throws another one behind the goal. Here's Johnson and Flom and Culver up front. Chesbo backhands it towards Johnson. Tried to pick up by Culver. Bouncing puck along the far boards. Culver now regains some control. He's got a skipper all over him. He's going to be seeing white sweaters in his dreams. There's Flom stepping in. Flom! Shot off the goaltender. And skippers come out the other direction. They're cleared to the side by Chesbo. And now comes down the length of the ice. Johnson able to catch up to the puck before icing is called. Johnson behind the goal line, gets stripped of the puck by the Skippers. Lenkeek backhands it back down deep, intercepted by the Skippers, and they send one and just along the boards. We got a roller, but Lenkeek catches up to it. He's got one skipper on him, uses the boards behind the net, flips it around to Chesbo. Chesbo gets it up to Flom. Flom gets it up and out of the zone. Again, lots of physicality. Gieske makes his presence known to a skipper there along the near boards. We got Erdahl and Gieske providing support. Puck trickles out and picked up by Violet behind the net. 4:04 remains in game time. I think we have about 3 minutes left of ice time. Puck comes out of the zone and now picked up by Erdahl. Erdahl, tried to step around, but as he did, it came off the end of his stick. Bounced off the back of Kuiper, so that slowed the entry up. And Kuiper gets his feet in there. Now picked up once again by Erdahl. Kuiper down on the ground, getting stepped over by a skipper. This is a goofy situation. And spun and shot in on net, and big save by Anderson. 3:30 remains in this game. One over towards the direction of Bravo. Bravo tried to bat that up ahead. Now Chesbo picks it up and feeds Bravo. Bravo tips it wide and gets it out of the zone. And there's a marching Esch and Lewis combo. Just can't connect with the puck. Thrown in on net. Anderson makes the save and now covers for a whistle. All right, Minnetonka gets tangled up, puck loose out front, and cleaned up by Chesbo. Backhands it towards Lewis. Skippers throw it right back to Chesbo. Chesbo gets towards Lewis again. And now, oh, Lewis almost sprung himself free. Lenkeek backhands it right in front of the Sabre bench. Now it's up and out of the zone. And batted ahead by Lewis. He's got lots of white sweaters in front of him. They reverse the puck direction. And Bravo at neutral ice just kind of plays pass. Bravo sends one towards the net, just a little bit wide, deep. The Sabres go to work. We have probably about a minute left in ice time before they're going to call this game. Flom, fresh on the ice, slows up the exit for the Skippers, and he's holding it into the zone. He's marching ahead. He kicks it up. Oh, tried to get it to his stick. Throws it in towards the net, just to the side of the net, and now the goaltender sets down, and there's the buzzer. As a late flurry does not net a goal, and your Sabres fall to the Skippers 9-2 in district play. But no fret, they have no time to rest as they're back in district play action once again tomorrow. This time again away. They are playing in Waconia at 3 p.m. to take on Waconia PWC in district play. So thanks for watching Shakopee streaming here on YouTube and supporting your Shakopee Sabres. We'll see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock, where your Sabres take on Waconia PWC. Thanks for watching, everybody.